My name is Lajj, and like people always called me Lajj like when I was like in high school and stuff like that. And even like as a kid growing up, because I'm from New Orleans. Like I grew up in New Orleans, but I'm a Katrina baby, so I lived in Oakland and Compton after Katrina for 6 years. So
Oh,
I've always been called
How old were
Lajj.
you when Katrina hit?
I was 5 when it happened.
Okay.
damn.
So 2004,
Wow.
like I literally like was on top of the roofs and everything like that. Like I seen like
Mm.
this
Oh my
person
God.
that was like taking care of me as a kid. Like it was my mom's friend. She was older. Her name was Eva. She was like hanging from a telephone pole, like when we was like
Yeah.
on the boats and stuff. Like it was a whole situation.
Yeah,
But
holy
yeah,
shit.
Oh my
Katrina was
God.
like traumatic as fuck. But I've always been called Lodge. Like it was like a family thing, and then like it turned into like a school thing, and then like you know how Luca Sabat name is like I don't know how you say his name like Luca Sabat. It was supposed to be like Lodge Sabat at first, and then my cousin would always say like he got a more of a New Orleans accent than I do. He's like that Sabat just dropped. Like he the only person that used to listen to my music. Like when I first started, like the only person. He would be like that new Sabat just dropped. I'm like you're like the only person saying that, and I used to hate that he never said the name right. But I low key like how Sabat was like pronounced instead of saying Sabat. So I took the B off and it was like Sabat. So it's like Lodge Sabat. That's how my name is.
Okay, right.
You
Where'd you-
lived in China for a little bit too? Like,
Yeah,
how
okay,
was that?
so weird story. So parents was doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing, and then we went to like this trip at the time. My parents were really young. Like mom was 22, like my age, and I was like my mom's 17 years older than me. So we went to China for like a little like situation, like a vacation situation, and it was fun. Like I
Was
seen
it
cool
formally
people.
a vacation or was it like actually like something other than a
It
vacation?
was not a vacation at all. Like
Okay.
it was like it was not a vacation. Like they was doing some illegal shit. Like and it was just like we just going like my mom was the type of parents like oh we're gonna paint it out to be like a very structured situation even though it's not really giving structure like at all. Cause like
Right.
sometimes I'll be able to read through certain things. I'll be like wait a minute. Like, what's
Yeah,
going
this shit
on?
ain't adding up.
It's not adding up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing some shit.
Mm.
I'm good. But yeah, that's
Where in China was this?
I don't know. I was like literally like probably like 6. This was a year after Katrina, and we were
Oh,
staying
okay,
at
right.
Oakland.
Oh, where? Okay, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Right.
And you're currently in like Texas, so
Yeah,
like
I'm
how
in
did you kind of
Dallas. I'm in Dallas right
transition
now.
and end
But
up? How'd you end up there?
in Dallas. So I graduated. I was supposed to be graduating high school in New Orleans because I went to JFK at the time, my 12th grade when I first started making music. And there was a situation at school. Like I didn't like kick anybody down the stairs, but like it was like kind of like that's kind of like what happened. But like schools in New Orleans are different. Like we used to walk through metal detectors and shit. Like and people like I was a little different in school, so people just kind of like fuck with me. So like we wasn't beefed out, but we was beefed out. And me and the dude was supposed to fight after school, and I really low key forgot all about it. And it was a situation we fought. He somehow fell down the stairs. I don't know. And then
You don't
I just
remember?
stopped going to that school. I
Yeah.
just literally stopped going to that school. Like after that, I was like, I'm not going,
Right.
not going back no more. And I ended up going to school in Dallas, and I graduated from Richardson High School,
Mm,
and that was the school I went to.
mm.
And so that's kind of how I knew about Dallas. But I lived in Houston more than I lived in Dallas because I just moved back to Dallas like 4 months ago.
Word.
Mm.
Word.
Mm.
I mean, I guess we kind of started the interview already, but you know, it's Sleepwalker Radio. We have Lajj Sabat, Lajj Sabat. But yeah, so how exactly did you get into making music? I feel like I saw somewhere that it was after freestyle from a football game or something like that.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, you watched that interview. So like it was like,
I did.
yeah, we was freestyling and football and stuff because I'm a state champion in football, and I don't know if y'all seen
Let's
like
get
this.
it.
It's like a viral meme. I'm embarrassed. It's like it's called Gobbler 69, and like that was like my football number was 69. I was a defensive end. I'm a all state defensive end also. Like
Nice, nice.
so
Nice.
went to state, played in the Dallas Cowboys stadium and stuff like that.
Oh
But
shit.
I was number 69, and I was like posting something on Twitter. I was like 17 versus now, and then like the shit like went viral, and it was like no way he was number 69 on the team called the Gobblers, and then I was just like, because my little brother was like, bro, like they're talking shit about you at school, like I'm probably gonna have to fight somebody, like they're making fun of you. I was like, bro, just ignore it. It's not that serious. And I remember like every week, like it was some shit. I was like, bro, this is embarrassing. Like this is so embarrassing. I was like, this is not.
No, that's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah,
funny.
Texas is a huge football school. Like, how big was yours? Was your school just like any other
It
school
was
in
like
Texas?
country
Like
ranch
football.
type vibes, like Mountain
Yeah,
Dew energy, like
yeah,
like got your Wrangler boots on and shit. Like they care about their Friday night football and stuff.
yeah.
So, mm.
Yeah.
But so I like had no choice but to play football. Like I didn't even really low key like it for real, but it was something fun to do at the time.
Yeah. What was like the first track that you uploaded? Like you were like, okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna
so
put this
okay,
out.
so I made a song. What was the name of the song? It was like called like Prelude or something like that, and I made it and I uploaded it on SoundCloud and I deleted it like 2 days afterwards because everybody at school was making fun of it, because it sounded trash. And then no, it did sound trash. Like I didn't really like it, because I was recording off like a headphone mic, and it wasn't like a regular headphone mic. Like, and I was like what 16 at the time, and I remember I would just always show my like music to my friend, and he'll be like, "Yeah, it's cool or whatever. Like, it's cool. Like, just don't drop it. Like, because it's like a unique ear would like it." I'm just like, okay, like what is that supposed to mean? Like,
That's crazy.
I'm just like I'm not gonna lie, I was way more delusional at 17 or 16 than I am now. I'd be like, this shit hard. Like, the fuck? Like, what you mean? Like, and I dropped that.
Unique ear. What the hell?
It was
Like that's so
keep that shit
wild.
to yourself. But no, I feel like my first real song that I made is when I went back to New Orleans. 'Cause I just started writing after that. Like after I dropped that song and nobody really liked it at school, I just started writing because I used to try to freestyle. That's not how it worked. I like have a whole binder full of stuff that I write now because it's like kind of therapeutic after a while. But I write all my bars down and stuff. So I remember when I finally went to the studio, I got two older brothers in New Orleans, and they brought me to the studio. And when I went there, like it was my first time there and shit like that. First time like actually going to like a recording studio and stuff. And I dropped a song called Kyle Massey. It's still on SoundCloud. But
Yeah.
I feel like that was the first song I was like, okay, I can actually like form up some bars and shit like that. But I feel like I was still finding my sound.
Got you. What's the music scene like in New Orleans and also in Texas where you're at?
Um the music scene in New Orleans is like it's NBA YoungBoy influence music, op music.
Sure.
I don't make op music. I'm not like I don't really make op music. I'm not gonna pretend to make op music either. That's kind of the thing. Like there's some people that I know, they would be like, you know, like just the stereotypical shit. Like I'm just like, bro, you have no ops. Like, what are you talking about in your music? So sometimes it would become oversaturated, especially when I first started making music. Like people would be like, okay, like, so what you gonna talk about? And I'd just be like, I like to just kind of flex the rapping almost and not the bullshit, because it's like if I'm doing one thing, then like it's not gonna be believable if I'm not being myself. Like, and a lot of times I feel like not in the New Orleans scenes just specifically, like sometimes I guess in the Texas scene, but like everybody just wants to be NBA YoungBoy. Like that's what it looked like to me from the outside looking at. I love NBA YoungBoy, but I don't like 16 other niggas that sound like NBA YoungBoy mimicking one
Yeah.
sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then,
Facts.
yeah, like nobody's really making music that's like authentic to what they have going on with them. Like it's always like flex on, stun on a bitch, do a bitch, all of that different shit. Like it's never like nothing that has like authentically to do with you. It's always good to have a slapper, like a song that's like a turn up song, but other than that, but doesn't the scene is not like, I feel like they don't make room for different people, if that makes sense. Like, if you do different shit than what I said, like you're not really gonna get that much shine like that, or people not really gonna pay attention to it. But I feel like I do have people in New Orleans that know of me, or like that pay attention and stuff like that. But it's very much just like a specific niche of people.
Facts. And how is it where you're at right now?
In Dallas, everybody like, I like Dallas. The scene is different. I feel like there's a lot more alternative artists out here and stuff. Also, the same thing with alternative artists. Sometimes I feel like it's not authentically them either, because it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like I'm like, you're trying to be quirky on purpose, just be yourself. Like you're not.
That's cringy.
It's really cringy. Like
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
person, like I went to this one underground show, and he had like this crop top, like tight ass pants on and shit.
You can say the name. You can say the name. It's cool. Don't worry about
I'm not,
Yeah.
but I'm not. They probably know who they are, but it was just like they was like it sounded like a bad impression of Cardi, like most of them. But it's just like
You ever see that picture of Drewski?
bro, yeah. I know
Like misunderstood. Like it's like niggas be acting like that for
like,
real, and it's like that's not you. Like
on the stage like this.
that's so crazy.
Like everything just feels so frail and cigarette. Like, and it's like I get it. Like I really do get it. Like I like that vibe. But if that's your vibe, really, like if I could ask you like a Breaking Benjamin song, you better know a Breaking Benjamin song. You better know all the little alternative shit that you claim that you're into. Know about it, because niggas don't even be knowing about a lot of the shit that they be wearing. Like this one dude was wearing a Deftones shirt. He couldn't even name any Deftones songs. I'm not a big Deftones fan, but it's just like
yeah.
like
It's about the cap.
it's like there's a lot of cap. Just be yourself.
Was that the type of music you were listening to, like growing up? Like,
I grew up listening, like I said, Breaking Benjamin, like one of my favorite alternative metal. I like a lot of their songs. I like some of Green Day stuff, but mainly Breaking Benjamin. And I like a lot of pop music. I grew up listening to a lot of pop music too. And Diana Ross. I have the same birthday as Anita Baker. So I like a lot of old school stuff. Like when I listen to rap music now, I feel like the main people I listen to Young Thug, I listen to Lil Uzi, obviously. Like and I like Lil B.
of course.
I like some, Lil B, the
Sure,
bass
yeah.
guy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
some
of
of his
course.
stuff too. Like I like unorthodox rap. Like Tierra Whack, she was
Mm.
somebody that like first started. She told me I should start rapping. Like I remember I used to text Tierra Whack on like a DM her and stuff. Like before she got really really big. Like she like literally had like 7,000 followers, not 7,000, 70K. Like, and I was like in high school at the time, and she dropped Mumbo Jumbo, and I was like, I'm thinking about making music, and she was like, you should do it. Just like be authentic to yourself, and that's kind of why I always like piggybacked off that, because I always thought she was so cool. Like she's like actually like the person that she's like presenting. You know what I mean? Like if you're presenting something that's not yourself, it kind of don't correlate to everybody, especially people that can kind of see through that. Do y'all know who Tierra Whack is?
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in Philly right now.
'cause Me and Amari are based in Philly, so like she's just kind of like she runs shit around
Yeah,
here
definitely running shit
or
right
whatever.
now. Like
Yeah, was that like the first kind of like major cosign that you were like, oh, I can
yeah,
like
like it
seriously
wasn't really
like
a
do
cosign.
this?
She's really low key. Like she still respond to some of my shit. Like or like I'll tweet about her and stuff. She'll like it, or like just stuff like that. Like I feel like she hasn't really co-signed me. I won't put that on me yet, but like I guess like that's the more of the bigger person I feel like I fuck with.
The big homie type stuff. Do you like Rob 49? I feel like he's kind of like the person going crazy out of New Orleans right now.
Yeah, I didn't. The crazy thing is, like, he went to Warren Easton, and I went to Edna Carr, and those were like rival schools. Like, I went to school on the West Bank. He went to school on the East Bank. Even though I lived in the East Bank, I lived in Gentilly, and I don't know where he stayed at, but like, I know he stayed in Warren Easton. That was a school I was supposed. That was a high school I was supposed to go to. So I would probably end up going to high school with him, and we were like in the same grade. I think we both graduated in 2020. So, like, when I found out about him, it was when he blew up, because I didn't know nothing about him beforehand, because there was, like I said, there's a wave of underground rappers in New Orleans, but, like, he just popped out of nowhere to be like, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I liked it. I like Rob 49 music. Like, I feel like it's authentic to him because it's like, he make party music. Like, he don't just make out music. It's, like, all around stuff, and I think he gonna get into some different shit, but I do like Rob 49.
Yeah, no, I feel like no one like heard about Rob 49 until he was just the biggest like rapper.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he was already he was making, because I like this one song called D-Day, and it came out before the song he made,
Vulture Island.
Yeah, the Vulture Island
Vulture
song
Island.
everybody know. And I like that song, and his like voice was like real deep and shit. This was like right before the Vulture Island song, but I just didn't know if he was gonna like blow up, but he just blew up out of nowhere. But
He's got a great team.
Yeah, he got a good team. Definitely. I think he signed like Interscope or something.
Wait, you fuck with Sahbabii a lot, don't you?
So
I
this
was just looking.
Sahbabii?
Yeah, I was looking at one of their tweets. One of my questions was like, yeah, what about listening to Sahbabii makes
I
you feel
love
like you're getting
Sahbabii.
your ass slapped
This is the
so
thing. Like,
hard?
I feel like he's influential to some like when I tapped into some like experimental side of my music. Like going on like the lunchbox or like the new jazz type beats and stuff like that. I try to like be melodic but in my own vibe to where I don't have to like sound like somebody else because like my voice is light but it also is like really
Yeah.
monotone at the same time because I can go up there if I want to. I really do sing. Like I started singing before I was rapping. Like when I was a kid I used to be in choir and stuff.
Right.
But no, I fuck with Sahbabii. Breadhead my favorite song by but
Wait, what's your favorite song by
like
him?
he has a real odd way of rapping.
The
Like
booty hole pink. This that song, right? Yeah.
like, somebody said he raps like a nematode off SpongeBob, and I really got it. Like, I'm like, it makes so much sense. Like,
That's crazy.
it's like meat, like fly meat music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We fuck with
that's
Sahbabii
real. That's real.
over here, bro.
Yeah, no, he's
Definitely fuck
good.
with
He's
Sahbabii.
good.
He's 101.
But you have a lot of alter egos, right? Like, Trunks and Knuckles. And do you have any like other alter egos and like
So
is it like a different
Phantom is
alter
like my
ego?
main alter ego. Like that's where it started off from, and it's so funny because like I still like so Phantom Fiction 2, like the name of the EP is like a sequel of my first EP that I did. I dropped it like on the same day in 2019. And I remember like I used to really like Danny Phantom because I thought he was like an older Timmy Turner. I didn't know that he was like a completely
True.
different character as a kid. So I used to always like draw
Yeah.
him and stuff. Like I draw and I paint and stuff too. But Danny Phantom is like kind of the vibe like the first alter ego. And then I do like Dragon Ball Z, and Trunks is like a alter ego for like my melodic style. Like if I'm being like more melodic on a track, I would like call it Trunks because like the first melodic song I did was I named it Trunks. So I kind of like merged that with its own like style. So anytime I'm like on that, and then Knuckles is like it's an alter ego too, but like it's just more so like when I'm rapping. But the Phantom is like more so the mantra of everything.
What started it? What made you like?
Cause I'm into that type of stuff. Like, so I like Nicki Minaj and shit. Like, so like you know how she got like all the different alter egos and all that.
Yeah,
like, Roman and stuff.
Roman
I feel like
Reigns.
when people have different like facets to themselves, like it's more interesting. Like, and like it started off early with me when I first started making music, and even with Kanye, kind of has like alter egos and stuff like that, like Yeezus,
Yeah.
shit. Like, um, so I feel like every time I make music, it's not the same vibe. Like, it's really not the same vibe. Like, I've heard people tell me before, like, yeah, I've heard songs, but like every time I hear a song, it's like it sounds kind of different. It don't sound like the same thing. Cause like you ever notice you can listen to one underground rapper and a lot of you kind of know what the vibe about to be. It'd be like I'm not about to mimic, but like, you know what the vibe is about to be like.
Yeah.
And with me, sometimes I even make music. I used to get annoyed with that. I would be like, damn, I'm like, am I venturing too far out into different things? Because sometimes I find myself in a rabbit hole of like going into different compartments of like what I like to do artistically.
Yeah, I would say one thing about your music that's it's very diverse and there's a lot of different genres that you could like put your music under. And so the like your approach of having different alter egos kind of explains that like why this shit is so like varied.
And I think it has a lot to do with the way I grew up because growing up in New Orleans and also like growing up in Oakland, being around like going to San Francisco, like visit San Francisco. I tried out for That's So Raven when I was a kid too. Like
Oh
Oh shit! Right there.
yeah,
In
like,
San Francisco.
yeah, it was in San Francisco at the time. Like they had the auditions and stuff. My mom brought me out there because I was like one of them type of kids. Like I remember like she got pissed off with me one time because I was reciting the whole but like Toy Story or something. I'm like, Buzz, look an alien. Where? Da, 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 da. Like I would like talk through the whole because I know
Bar
the
for
whole
bar.
script, like bar
Yeah.
for bar. Like so she'll just be like, I'm about to put his ass in some shit. Like and we went there and I remember I just like froze the fuck up. But like I remember
happens.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it's different.
being
It's
for
different.
real. Like he was being for real. And but I've always been like a theater kid at heart, even though I never really got to do theater. I was only in like one play before as a kid, and I was like the lead role. It was like Jonah Noel. Like, there's people I went to high school with that probably remember that shit. Like, and like it was a musical, and I was like singing and all that different shit. Like, it was a lot. But I feel like that's why, like, when I say like when I grew up, plays a lot into like my alter egos, like because I feel like I've grown up on different sides of the spectrum, especially like lifestyle and stuff. Like, I lost my mom when I was 10, so like after I lost my mom, like I kind of like had the heart in my skin, like changed the way I was moving, it also changed the way like I deal with people and stuff. So I feel like I've had to change the way that my not personality is, but like kind of have grow different facets of myself.
Yeah.
Facts.
What were you like growing up listening to, like in terms of like the house when you were like young? Like what were like some music that was just being played around your house?
Anita Baker, a lot of Anita Baker. My mom used to listen to Soulja Slim. I don't even know if y'all know who
Yeah.
Soulja Slim is.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It ain't real, it ain't me. Like, like I fuck with Soulja Slim. Like, that's one of my favorite rappers.
Stamp.
Like, that's Soulja Slim. Like, I fuck with Soulja Slim probably. Like, I'm not gonna say more than Lil Wayne, but because that's you know what I mean. But I listen to a lot more Soulja Slim growing up. But mom listened to Wayne too, and she liked Kanye and stuff. Like, my stepdad used to play Kanye and shit. Um, I know you've heard of that one rapper, BG. He just got released from prison. Like, she used to listen to him too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And some more shit that used to be played. Mainly just like a lot of Anita Baker, Soulja Slim, that like her main situation and stuff. She liked Lady Gaga. Um,
Mm.
it was like, but my mom was kind of like musically diverse too in a way, so like
Yeah.
it kind of like rubbed off on me because
So you had a
like
cool mom. Your mom was cool as
Yeah.
hell.
yeah, she was like literally like
Nah,
just
for real.
16 years older than me, so it's like she
Yeah.
used to kind of tap into everything. And she
Yeah.
liked Rick Ross, like a lot of Rick Ross, like Maybach music.
So sophisticated.
Yeah. Nah, different level.
Well, let's switch it over to your music. I know you recently dropped an album / project, Phantom Fiction 2. So this is a sequel to the first project.
The one in 2019. I dropped it on the same day, 9/11. And 9/11 was
Yeah.
what y'all are laughing because I dropped it on 9/11. That's my mom's birthday.
It's also good.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
wait,
okay.
wait, wait.
All right,
That
all
makes
right.
more sense. That makes more sense.
Okay. I seen this one thing about 9/11. They said, guys, can we please be respectful today? And it was like this picture of Trunks like slicing through freezer, but instead of freezer, it was like the Twin Towers. And I was like,
Damn. Oh my god.
I guess enough Twitter for today. I was just like,
Yeah, exactly. Those are the type of
That's
things where you're like, all right, I'm done for today. That's crazy.
I'm like, it's enough. But yeah, I'm like, I have to drop it on 9/11 again so it can kind of be like the same situation. 9 tracks.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
So when did you start recording?
For this,
Yeah.
I want to say 2 months ago, and I made it in my closet.
Oh shit, it's lit.
Yeah, like you like when I showed you my first tape, like the Dreamy Drill tape one, like the one from last year. I made that in my closet, but I made it on like some of these. But
Yeah.
this one I made on the Blue Sky the little snowball microphone. And I just
Okay,
like
word.
made some of my own
Classic.
presets and stuff on
Yeah.
BandLab. And like some of the songs I have them mixed by engineers. Some of the songs like I sent like the stems and stuff, like the intro track. And my engineer's from Canada, Ottawa,
Oh, damn.
specifically.
How'd you link up with him?
Off of Twitter, because
Off
he
Twitter,
liked some
right.
of my songs and stuff, and I was saying I wanted to like get into like some alternative stuff, like some like not alternative like EDM, DnB type vibes, like breakcore, if that's what you call it. Like I used to like I like Zed's music, you know, like the producer Zed. So I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
know
if
who
you
you're
notice
talking
like
about.
on
Yeah.
player plays, like at the beginning I kind of use like the same melody and stuff, and I wanted to like infuse that with like some rap shit and just like make it more of like a still like music, but like still like some
Yeah.
fly shit at the same time.
Was anyone helping you record it at the time? Or was this just like all you?
This is all me as
Okay,
far as like
right.
the recording part. Like
Yeah.
I just recorded all of it myself in the closet.
Yeah, no, that's lit. Because I would definitely say like this project and even the Dreamy Drill Tales, but especially this one, it sounds like pretty like professional and like leveled well and shit like that. Like you, I wouldn't think it was just recorded like in the closet type shit.
Yeah, like I just kind of like I said, I recorded 2 months ago, but it took me a minute to really like find a mix that I liked for myself, especially ones that I mixed myself because I mixed well, Johnny Test was mixed by somebody, but Ho's Main and One More Party and Player Plays was all mixed by me. And all I ever wanted was
Nice.
mixed by me too.
Did you produce any of the beats?
I didn't produce any of the beats.
Do you produce at all?
I don't, but I want to get into it. I made a couple beats. I don't really want to show anybody. They sound kind of fly, but I'm wait. It sound like I will say it sound like some Tyler Creator type shit. Like, cause I feel like he's another person I really like look up to. Like Tyler Creator. Like when he was eating the bugs and shit. Like I remember I used to like always watch that and stuff. Like on the bus, and he would be like, "Oh, you're weird. Like you're like thrown off." Like I'm just like, care. Like
Yeah, no.
cool. He's
He
Tyler
influenced the
Creator.
whole generation.
Whole
Yeah, because at
generation
first
for
niggas
sure.
wasn't fucking with it at first. People would act like they was all gun ho for Tyler Creator at first. People was not fucking with that shit at first. They was like giving him the Doja Cat treatment. They're like, Satanist, he's not a Christian. He's not. He's not.
Yeah, they
I
were
mean,
they were hating
you
for
was saying
it.
some wild ass shit like when he was first coming out. Like,
No, like he
you back
was
to this shit,
like,
like damn.
Yeah.
like
I mean, it's like the same thing with like Thug
Mhm.
and like the dresses. You know what I mean? Like people did not like Thug
I
when he
love
first
that
started.
era. Like I be loving like the unhinged era of artists. Like
Yeah.
I love the era when he was like beefing with Lil Wayne and shit. He was like, I don't
Yeah,
want
that
to smoke
shit
snake.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
No,
come on,
it was
Jeffrey.
majorly
Fuck.
unhinged.
He thought you was fucking with him. You're not.
yeah.
What producers did you work with?
Which producer did I work with?
Yeah, for this project. Like did you work with on specific or did you like were you just on like YouTube type shit?
I was on some YouTube type shit. I bought the beats from them. That's the reason why I dropped it on YouTube first. But a lot of them were. Let me look at his name. Hold up.
YouTube's like the wave. Like I feel
It
like that's
really
where
is. Like
No,
people just
yeah.
try to
that's
say
where
people for
music
using
That's
type beats.
facts.
You used the type beat before. Don't act like you never used a type beat before.
is.
I only use email. Stop lying. You know you be going on YouTube sometimes. Like, but no, it's that Smoky Stunner. Like, but it's like Smoky with like a SMXKEY like key stunner. Like most of those beats, like except for All I Ever Wanted and the breakcore beat. The
Mhm.
breakcore beat was just like a it was something that was sent to my email basically. Like you know how like you be like send beats on Twitter and it'd be like random producers that'll just send you some.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of those. But
Mm.
most of them are by Smokey K Stunner. And he makes like the filthy type beats. Like I don't know if you know who Filthy is, but Filthy
You
makes like
definitely know who Filthy is,
You
yeah.
know about the yeah.
He's kind of a legend.
Yeah,
Producer
another Philly
a
Yeah.
legend.
legend at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
and they're like you ever heard like new jazz, like the new jazz wave basically. Like some of the a lot of them are like new jazz type beats. Like the from Hose Man all the way to Player Plays is like all like a new jazz. And then like I would say at the
Yeah.
beginning is like the Dom Corleo type of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, the new
As far
jazz
as
is
the
kind of
beats
like the
concerned.
tragic slash yeet type beats, kind of.
It sound like somebody's farting. Yeah, like I love
Yeah.
that shit. It just sounds like I'm about to like pull up my hoopty, like, and I'm just like come again,
Oh, yeah.
like.
Nah, for real.
No, I heard Lunchbox song before, and it was like I don't know what the fuck he was saying. So he'd be like, but the beat be. I'm just like this shit hard. Like it reminded me of Street Fighter Alpha. Like these beats. I don't know if you ever played Street Fighter Alpha before, but like the playlist for it, like I like how all the playlists for like Street Fighter 3 is more like rap vibe, like if you listen to the playlist, but like I'm like
Facts.
obsessed with video game playlisting. So Street Fighter Alpha like comes across like real colorful. Like if you listen to the beats on Street Fighter Alpha, it sounds like a Lunchbox or like a new jazz type beat basically.
Mm.
And that's kind of the vibe I was going for this one. Because I wanted to be a sequel, but I also wanted to be like I'm reinventing my sound. Because that's like the thing that I'm trying to do right now is kind of like find different facets of my sound and like master them.
Damn. Yeah, because you like branched out into I feel like there's like a drum and bass type of like song on one of them. I think it was One More Party. And Mistress, you're like actually singing. It's kind of like the R&B song.
Yeah, like that straggly ass mic, I can't really like do the do the vocals that I want to, but like I do have songs where I'm like singing, but like those aren't out yet. Like some R&B type shit, and like because I do be singing, but Mistress is like you say it's German. I never heard that before. Does it sound like some German shit?
Is that what you said, or?
No, I said drum and bass.
Drum and bass. Oh, I
For
was
One
like
More
some
Party.
German type shit. I'm like, oh yeah, definitely like.
No. I mean, I
like-
guess it kind of is some German shit a little bit.
like,
You fucking with drum and bass.
Yeah, exactly. Some Berlin house music.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or it's like some like dance music.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I kind of like wanted it to be like more of like a dance shit. Like towards the end, I kind of slowed it down, like
Mhm.
towards like the last two songs. But and I made plays like 2 days before I dropped the EP, just
Oh,
because I
what?
wanted the extra song on there. Yeah,
But
I made it on there.
Mm.
um, what what type of genre music do you like making the most, would you say?
I feel like I like making pop music the most. I haven't really had any like the closest I had to pop songs is like the songs that I have on here. But I feel like I like making pop music the most because I can like just kind of pick one phrase and kind of go off that, and like I won't have to really say that much, and I'm just like harmonizing in the back. And I feel like people like get that vibe a lot more, and it's a lot more catchier than like people don't know. It's like sometimes melodic rap is a lot more catchier than like actual like rap sometimes, because I feel like with like actual rapping, like with the bars and shit like that, people it's becoming oversaturated because sometimes people are using the same flows over and over and over again, kind of just saying certain shit for like shock value and stuff like that. And I be wanting music to kind of like move people instead of like shit to like for somebody to hear me and be like, oh, he just speaking vulgar. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
All right. That makes sense.
In your music, you kind of like you have like a lot of gaming references. Do you have like what type of games were you playing growing up and like now
Oh,
still if
I
you're
used to be
gaming
hooked
like
on so Dragon Ball Z Budokai. I used to like the Dragon Ball Z like all the Dragon Ball Z games. I had like a GameCube. I broke it because I like had a rage situation, but
Yeah, I
like
missed
I
that.
really raged out so bad. Like it wasn't Dragon Ball Z I was raging out about. I think it was like playing like Lord of the Rings or some shit. I was trying to be different, and I got like stuck like towards the end. And you know how you had a memory card back then?
Yeah.
Like I think I like lost or something. It started me way over from the beginning. I like
whoa,
I was
Ooh.
like, oh my god.
nah,
But
yeah,
no, like I used to play Lord of
The
the Rings. I used
that's
to like
devastating.
I liked I played a lot. I played Chronicles of Narnia, the video game. So I liked playing a lot of like video game interpretations. So I used to play like Golden Compass, the video game. Like this is all the shit I rebought. Like I literally like rebought those video games. That's how much I like them. Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. I forgot about that. Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2, specifically Kingdom Hearts 2. I really like Kingdom Hearts 2 more than I like Kingdom Hearts 1. And I don't really like Kingdom Hearts 3. I like Final Fantasy. I think I'm forgetting some stuff. Naruto, like the video games, and
Naruto video games are fucking crazy.
different level. People don't get it.
Yeah.
Naruto Ninja Storm, and the shit that was out before Ninja Storm and stuff.
Yeah.
So there was like, I think the one that I had on GameCube for Naruto, it was called like you can play like 4 players. Do y'all know which game I'm talking about? Did y'all ever play that
The
game?
Naruto Ninja.
I never played that
Ultimate
game, no.
Ninja.
Oh,
It's
there's
Ultimate
I think
Ninja,
I
yeah,
might get
Ultimate Ninja,
Ninja.
and it'll be like 4 people on the screen and all at once you can play. And I used to always play video games on the computer too, like Super Smash Bros, Super Mario Brothers, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. All the Street Fighter video games I used to play: Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, Marvel vs. Capcom, like just like a lot of old school shit.
You ever play a Jack and Daxter?
Yeah, I played that
It's
before.
the only game I know
my
about.
favorite game.
Ratchet and Clean.
Yeah.
You know
Ratchet and
Ratchet
Clank, gas,
That's my
gas, very
shit.
good.
And Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, they went
that's-
crazy with that.
Yeah. Wait, so you make, I don't know, we didn't ask you this, but you make hella anime references. Like, what are your top 5 anime shows? Like, what are some like
Okay,
animes that like are close to your heart?
Cowboy Bebop is my favorite, and then
Okay.
I'll put number 2 Naruto, and then I'll put Dragon Ball Z is 3. 4 would be Inuyasha, and 5 would be Sailor Moon. I like Sailor Moon, but I don't like. It's like I'm gonna put Kill la Kill. Like I don't know if y'all know what Kill la Kill is, but
Oh
like,
yeah, with the clothes and shit, right?
yeah, that's my shit. Like that's really my
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I like Kill la Kill a little more than Sailor Moon. It's like Sailor Moon, but like I don't know, like opium style.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a lot more.
Yeah.
It's a great way to
Yeah.
put it. Oh, for real.
When it comes to like the music, at least like not even your own music, but like in terms of like the music you're listening to, like what are some things that have been catching your eye? What are some like 2 albums or like artists or even tracks specifically that you're like, damn, this is or just like on
Kalila. You know who
replay?
Kalila is?
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yeah.
Love
Yeah.
Kalila.
Okay,
Like
word.
even that song Contact, like when she's like, it just feel like you know how when you start off a PlayStation 2 and it'd be like, dun, that's
Yeah.
like what her music feel like. I like Tinashe. I like Tinashe's
Yeah.
music a lot too. I like artists that feel like I'm like okay, you drop music, but I feel like I'm in the room while you're making the music almost. Like it's
Yeah.
like not a self production, but very much like a you did this yourself almost. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
and I like what's his name? What is his name? Tizo Touchdown. I'm more so like I'm not crazy about the music part, but I just like the aesthetic more so.
Yeah, yeah. I fuck
He's just cool. He's
Because I feel
fashion.
like he's good at packaging what he, like brings to the table basically. Because I feel like a lot of times people don't like, because I'll see like some like grungy bitch like rapping about like being a city girl, and then I'll just be like kind of confused. I'm just like, it don't go with what you have going on. But like I used to like really be like drawn to his stuff. I didn't really would listen to the music outside of watching the videos that he makes on
Yeah.
Instagram, but I do like it though. Like I'm like, this is some hard shit.
I feel
You know
like
how old he
the
is?
same way.
And people don't like it, but I like Trippie Red's album. Like the last album,
Oh,
he
wait,
put
I
out.
don't
It
know.
was pretty good. The Mansion music shit, that shit was good.
Same.
Because that whole album was executive produced by Chief Keef, so it's just like
That's why.
Destined to be
Like,
great.
Yeah.
I seen like the underground hits on Twitter and stuff. They was like, he's stealing from Can Can. He's stealing from.
yeah, nah, niggas, they were trying to get on Sexy. Y'all see, they were trying to get on Sexy Red's like case because they were like, oh, Sexy
like,
Red
let
stealing
her
from
be
someone.
down. She has an ear. She has a fucking ear. She gets
Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah,
because
nah.
most of female rappers they go to like the regular type of beats and all that different shit like that. But what is on the TV? But I was like, what the fuck? But like, I feel like she has a real good ear for like music, especially the realm of music that we're in right now. Everybody thinks like we're like on MySpace nowadays. Like people want to be like there. Like, oh, I was born in 2001, and I listened to who's like I listen to Pharaoh and shit, like the Neptunes. Like, so they
Yeah,
all want to
Y2K.
be, yeah, they want to be
Yeah,
Y2K and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like she has a good ear for like what people want to hear now, because I do like hearing that. Like it sounds like you know what I mean, like the beats and shit.
Mm.
Nah, her beats are crazy. She's
That's
got
called glow
she
beats.
got a
Glow
good ear.
beats. I've hopped
Yeah.
on some of those before too. I haven't dropped none of the songs that I've dropped with the like glow beats and stuff.
Mm. Now, did you know Tizo Touchdown is 30?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
30.
That shit is
Yeah, he's 30
crazy.
years old.
I thought he was like 16. Not gonna lie.
I thought it was your age. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Y'all know how old I am?
You're young, right? You're like what?
Like 21,
30.
30.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking 30. I'm just playing. I'm 22.
Nah, yeah, I don't.
You're how old?
I fuck with his aesthetic though. No
22.
distance.
Okay, right. Yeah, you're hella young, bro.
You know, 30 is crazy though. I didn't think he was 30.
Yeah, that just like that just kind of like made me look at it a little bit. Not to me,
Not
I'm like
looking
fucking
different.
I'm 24 right now, so like I'm getting closer.
You're
It's right
definitely.
around
I
the
feel like
corner.
everybody in our age get bracket, like we think that we're old, because I feel real old.
Yeah, I know it's fucked up.
Yeah, shut
Like
up,
we're
guys.
old
You
as
guys are not
fuck.
old.
Like
You guys are not old.
saggy
Yeah.
titty era. That's what it feels like when I turn 22. I'm like, ouch. I'm like,
Wait,
no
Dante, how
gains
old
in
are
my
you?
bank account, huh?
5. I like just
Oh,
turned 25 September
Okay.
7th.
It's like, nah.
I'm dead.
Yeah, man. Life.
For real.
You also dropped music video kind of recently. Draco
Oh yeah.
Malfoy.
The Night Court, produced by the same guy, Smokey Key Stunning.
So how did this come together?
So I got somebody to basically like record me, and like it was just like a regular videographer. I'm gonna be doing stuff differently, like as far as for my music and shit, my music videos are concerned. But like he just recorded me, and then I found my editor off Twitter also from Brazil, and he mixed it
Nice.
and like did the whole like situation and stuff. I told him I wanted something very Dragon Ball Z inspired. So that's how like at the beginning when he did like the AI thing when I'm like twitching out in and out of being like normal and it's just like you know what I mean towards the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that's why I kind of forgot what the fuck I was saying, but because I'm like looking at this at the same time. But no, it's just like I didn't really have a plan for this. Like I just made it along with that because I wanted to drop a Nightcore song because I like sped up music.
Yeah. No, this video is trippy.
Yeah, a lot of my videos I want them to come across like an experience, like almost like with my projects because I notice that people don't listen to full bodies of like work anymore. Like people just kind of listen to quick songs now. So like when I do drop, a lot of times I don't even just drop songs. I just drop a whole layer of music by itself. So I want it to be like an experience type vibe for the people that do listen. They're like, okay, it's gonna be a situation.
Yeah.
Mm.
Something I want to talk about from the Dreamy Drill tapes or Dreamy Drill Tales is how you got YCP to do the intro and do a couple voice notes. How exactly did y'all like connect with each other? Because we interviewed.
We've been knowing each other since I was 19 on Twitter, on Spaces and shit like that. And she was making music around the time with VAYDA, no VAYDA too.
Yeah.
And I love VAYDA's beats because they remind me of like not Super Smash Bros. But like Mario Brothers, like and like when he goes like to Peach's castle and shit, like kind of like reminds me of that type of vibe. So I was just like, I need your voice on this, and you need to like talk like throughout the thing. And she was like, okay, and I'm like, I need you to talk like everything, like it's about a couple of songs, like just like speak throughout it. And that's like the most collaborations I did before. Like since I was gonna make it a little longer, I wanted it to be like more people on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I want it to be like a Game Boy vibe because I did make it on like headphones and shit. And I also mixed the whole EP, like not the EP, I mixed the whole tape by myself.
That's tough. Yeah, I wanted to talk about a couple like features off of that. You also got Beast Boy on there. Shout out to Beast Boy. I'm like I've seen his name around, and every time, I mean, he's a very memorable type of person because he's real life, just like shouting on the track type.
Part of the Six Dolls. So, like I remember I got into them
Yeah.
like in 2021, like because I would see some of Clips music, Bloody Clips music
Shout out
on.
to
Yeah, she's real as fuck. Like, and I seen some of her stuff, and then I seen their stuff, and they were making like drill music, but it was like a different type of drill music. Like they're not really talking about ops; they're really just like, bitch, like my life, my life, my life on the drill record, and I'm like he's screaming, and my sister's like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" I'm like, I hear something though. I'm like, I like this shit. Like,
Yeah.
she said it sounds like you're warming up like some aluminum foil in the microwave, like and some shit's about to blow up. And I'm just like, yeah, like I need him on the song like ASAP. And we are supposed to do a video to it, but I just never went to New York yet. We're probably still gonna do a video to it.
That's lit.
Just because.
Super lit, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, while we're here, another feature from the tape was with Lil Xelly. Shout out Lil Xelly, another friend of the show. Yeah, how'd that come about?
Xelly, like he would focus on my music like since been like 20, I want to say 2019, like, and this is when he would drop music like on No Jumper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, and I would see some of his stuff on there. I didn't think we were ever gonna make a song together and stuff. And I was just like, and he was like, so I got some openings and stuff. And I was like, I kind of want you on my tape. And he was like, just send it. And then I sent it to him. He was like, all right, it's gonna be done in about 2 to 4 months. And I was just like, I side-eyed the fuck out of him. I was just like, okay, like I didn't say nothing back. And he was like, psych. He was like, check your emails. And I was just like, I was just like, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Lil Xelly. I feel like he knocks out verses just like that.
Quick. Like he did
Yeah.
that shit like on the spot.
Nah, for sure.
So they gonna turn to a French fry. Like,
yeah, and then there's another feature.
artist.
How do you Yanayez?
Yanayez.
Yanayez, yeah. How
That's, she's from New Orleans and she's my friend, and also she's a like dope ass artist too. Like she's one of the people I feel like from New Orleans that is versatile. Like she'll pop in, like she'll like make plug music, and she also makes like I'll say like it's got the op music a little bit, like but ops like ops, but like it's like I feel like a lot of her shit is like very like it's like some fly shit. Like a lot of the times when I listen to it, I'm like this is like it's a vibe. So I thought, and she be getting on a lot of the drill beats and shit. So I was like, this would fit her.
And then the last feature I wanted to, or replacement, the song you got with VAYDA, and I wanted because we also interviewed her too. Shout out VAYDA, and how did that come about?
So the way it came about, like just like last year, like around this time last year, or like a couple months earlier in this time last year, I heard the song like without me on it, and I was like, I said I fuck with this song, and then I'm like send the opening, and she sent the opening, and I also recorded my verse on this. This is around the headphone era. So I was like, I just wrote the verse to it because this is one of the verses like everything off the Dreamy Drill tape. I like pinned it like down first before I even wrote it. Like so I just wrote the verse down and like I went over the beat and she went back in and mixed and mastered it and put it on the song because she know how to do everything. She know how to sing, play piano. Like you're talented as fuck. And she gonna end up producing some stuff for me, but it's gonna be hard too. Then she came in like with a second verse too after my verse.
That's lit.
What are some like tracks that you would recommend if people that are just getting hip to you? Like, what would you recommend them listening to
Weird
get to know your
Thoughts.
stuff?
I feel like Weird Thoughts. I like that one. Johnny Test, like the newest song that I dropped. Ghost. And this is another thing, like sometimes like people will like ask me, like they'll be like, "Are you like?" And I'll just be like, I mean, like, yeah, but it's just like it'd be like, okay, like, so do you be like saying it in your music and shit? I'm like, I don't necessarily make that around my whole subject matter, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's more so like I'm talking about a plethora of things, but I'm not about to shy away from myself and like tone myself down really for real.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Were you always that confident in your music?
Yeah, like I told you, I made some like hot ass, like some hot garbage shit. Like when the first time I made it, I thought it was the best shit ever. Like my friend was like, yeah, don't drop that. Like, and I'm just like, they were really concerned too. They was like, don't do that, bro. Don't. I was like, and I still was like, yeah, they're just jealous. Like they're obviously just jealous. And whole time they were telling me the truth. But I've always been really confident within myself, and I feel like the delusion has really gotten me like really good with like making my shit because it won't make me want to stop because I would like still be like if I mess up on something, I'll go back in, re-record. Like a lot of songs that I make is like a re-edited version of a song that I made before that because I'll make a song, don't like how it sound, find another beat, try it, same like verses again with a new verse, see how it gels well on that, like how it comes together almost. Like,
Weird.
and then I just like, I don't know, like, 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 I just like, I
Word.
Where do you kind of like want to take your music? Like, where are you trying to be like in the near future? You know?
I definitely want to be able to like perform at festivals and stuff like that, like Rolling Loud and stuff. I want to be able to get a Grammy. I feel like I'm gonna get a Grammy. I know I'm gonna get a Grammy, but
Yeah.
um, I want to be able to more so like perform overseas. Like that's like the biggest thing for me. Like so I can get like a worldwide audience because there's more places where I want to take my music to, so I can be able to talk to people that are more like me, like people that like I'm like how people be like, oh my gosh, I'm a loner. Like I really am like an outcast. Like I really like I don't like have anywhere I can like really fit in for real. Cause like I'm too this way for these people. I'm too this way for somebody else and shit. Like go around some fucking gay people. I'm too this way for fucking gay people and shit. Or like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I'm kind of always like just been in my own bubble. So I'm always just creating shit. Like so I've always wanted to be able to create stuff for other creators, almost like a staple piece. Sometimes, like I don't know logic shit, like, but like, like to where it's like, oh my gosh, for the people. But no, it's not like
Yeah.
that. Like it's more so just like be confident with your shit. Like even if it is like something a little out of the box, or if it's something like people don't really like gel with automatically, still kind of like do that shit with your chest out, like. And I also want to be able to like just kind of collab with a lot of the people that I looked up to and stuff. Like, and I feel like it's gonna happen too.
Nah,
Uh, what uh, what do you think people like? What should we expect from you next?
Um, some more EPs, more videos. I feel like a more like expect a music video that's more like a film. That's all I'm gonna say. Like a long,
Word.
like a film situation.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
because I don't want to do like a regular music video. I want to do like a
Like a
whole
film for like the whole music concept, like an album, like a film
yeah
that's sort of
for the EP. Like
for
for
the
the
EP.
EP, I
Word.
want to make a whole music video around it because I didn't even do any like singles and nothing like that. Because now I have a manager and stuff, and he was like, "So what do you want to do with this?" And I'm just like, "Okay, I'm gonna do everything all in one. Like I don't want to do singles. I don't want to do this, that, and the four. Like I want to just drop the EP. I want to be able to like let that build up because I know a lot of people still don't know me. And like my little niche of people, my nigga they know me and shit like that. But other than that, like a lot of people still don't know me. So I want to be able to like push it all out at once, and also like be making other stuff on the other sideline. Because while y'all are listening to this shit, I'm in my closet making a whole new era. Like it's like kind of
Yeah.
like clockwork almost at the same time. But expect the video, expect more performances and stuff like that too. Like supposed to be going to New York soon. And I'm also getting into some modeling stuff because there's a couple
Wow.
modeling agencies that I've been in talk with.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's lit. You got
Exciting. That's
a
super
lot of stuff
exciting.
going on, and you definitely have the right you have the right like mind state or like way of looking at it, especially when you're talking about like the world and trying to grow your audience because it is like a whole fucking like billions of people like outside of the
Yeah,
US.
you don't get how small
Yeah.
people live in a box. They'll be like, "Oh, nobody fucks your shit. Like nobody fuck with that." Like I'm like, nobody fuck with it here. But you know how many people are in the world that would probably like this shit?
Yeah,
Like, be
for
for
real.
real. Just because Pookie from down the street don't fuck with my music, oh fucking well. Like they can keep listening to Pooh Shiesty. I don't care. Like it's okay. Like
Yeah.
I'm like one of them type of people. Like there's a million fishes in the sea. Like there's a
Yeah.
million fishes in the sea, and I don't have to be uptight or like mad about something. Like if everybody's not gravitating, I actually like that shit a lot more because I used to like artists that were like I used to gatekeep the fuck out of my favorite artists until they blew up.
Yeah.
So like I like that type of shit. And something else that you can look forward to is like some open mics um, on the radar.
Word.
And
Hey.
yeah, so it's gonna be like an extended version to Weird Thoughts lately. Like I added some more verses in there.
That's right.
Yeah, I that was one of my that was one of my favorite jams. Because are you a fan of like did you make that beat or no?
I didn't make that beat.
Okay,
It's
did you
pro-
like instruct the producer to like sample that song
Oh no,
specifically, or
I
like it
put
just kind of
everything on Dreamy Drill Tales as far as like I guess you could say I mess with producing because like the Kingdom Hearts sounds and stuff like that. Like even like with the features, like sometimes people will pop in and you'll like hear the sound of like the heartless like, and then like their verse will come in, or like you'll hear like bring, bring, like I would add those sounds to it, and like the people
Word.
talking from Kingdom Hearts, I'll add to it.
Mhm.
Like even on Aqua, like when she's like talking to Kyrie at the beginning and stuff, I added that on there. And like on Weird Thoughts is like I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like is any of this for real or not? Because I'm like I really just wrote the verse to the beat, and I'm just like I need something that kind of goes with it because it's really just thoughts that were in my head. So I'm just like okay, like I'm gonna just add that. And oh Kanye, like I feel like Kanye kind of I like kind of was trying to tap into that type of flow. Kanye or like an Andre 3000 because I like Andre 3000 also.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like those are all the questions we have. Do you have any? Yeah, facts. Do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to my music engineer from Canada, Drewski. Did that. Shout
Let's
out
go.
to Smoking Key. Shout out to like all the people I did features with and stuff. Like just shout out to y'all for like wanting to interview me and shit because I'm just
Yeah.
like because
Oh, of
I've
course.
been one like I wanted to get an interview done, but it's just like I didn't really know how that shit worked and stuff like that, and I also be worried about what the fuck people about to ask me.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
No.
Thanks for talking to us. Shout out,
Yeah,
Lajj.
thanks for pulling up.
Appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for like embracing Lajj. Hold on.
Of course.
Of
All right, well,
All right.
Sleepwalker
And
Radio signing off. Lajj.
all right.
Take care.